Welcome, everybody. This is the third time I've tried to film this video. My AirPods pooped out the first two times, so let's try again. All right, so this is a 45-minute flow power vinyasa class. I'm Deb Cehak. Welcome. So to begin, find a place to settle. Could be seated with eyes closed, could be child's pose, headstand, down dog, whatever floats your boat. With only 45 minutes, it'll likely be a bit more powerful, but you're welcome to scale it back or add on or play or rest more, given how you're feeling today. And so as you find your place to begin, start to take stock of what is going on inside, how your body is feeling. For example, today, my body is feeling exhausted's not the right word, tired's not the right word, but it's lower energy. You know, maybe you're zinging, maybe you're excited, maybe you're sad, maybe you had a great sleep and are full of vigor, vim and vigor. You know, just notice thoughts that are coming in. Notice how quickly they're coming in, all of this without judgment, as much as possible. So you can stay as you are. If you would like to make your way into down dog while I read one paragraph to you from On Being Human by Jennifer Pasteloff, go for it. So she teaches workshops. They're sort of yoga, but not really yoga. So just to give you a bit of context. As my workshop started to morph into something more than yoga poses, I began to feel like I was falling in love with everyone in the room who allowed themselves to be vulnerable. And it dawned on me that the part of them I was smitten with was the side they probably tried to hide, just as I had done with my own vulnerability or perceived weaknesses. It wasn't people being strong, or guarded who made me want to know them more, who made me want to wrap my arms around them. It was the ones who had snot dripping from their nose, who whispered, "I am afraid," who admitted they had no idea what they were doing. It was the ones who let themselves be silly and sing out loud, the ones who told the truth, the ones who shared their stories wholeheartedly. It was when they started to take off their armor and soften that I felt that surge of love, the same one I feel now when my son says "Mommy," or when he wakes with his hair sticking straight up. It was the feeling I got when someone was utterly themselves without any self-consciousness, when they allowed themselves to be seen. What is more desirable than that? If you're not already in down dog, you can make your way there. If you're already there and haven't begun to bring in your ujjayi breath, please do so. And based on what you've noticed when you first sat on your mat, your level of energy, your quality of breath, your speed and pace of thoughts, let that inform how you show up on your mat. You know, I started this practice with this idea that I needed to get a workout in, and I still have those ideas at times, but I also am learning that my practice feels the most nourishing. It feeds my soul the most. I feel the best when I let my body guide me instead of my mind. If you're in down dog, shift forward to high plank. If high plank is not floating your boat right now, it could be a forward fold. You can walk your hands to the back of your mat. Ujjayi breath here. Downward facing dog. And going with this idea that you can be afraid and vulnerable and soften and be strong. You can be all the things especially if you're at home, there may be an increased capacity to play with the boundaries of what expectations of yoga are, what your expectations of yourself are. From down dog, inhale, look to the top of your mat. On your exhale, you can step or hop or handstand there. Halfway lift as you arrive, find your flat back. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, bend your knees, drop your hips. So in your chair pose, you want your knees tracking over your second toes. You can have your arms up beside your ears. For me, it starts to really, I feel a lot of tension in my shoulders. So I often will cactus my arms or bring my hands to prayer in front of my chest. I know for me, as I get to know my body, I also tend to arch. So a cue that I give myself is I bring my ribs into my, sort of find that flat back, ribs into my hip bones a little bit more, noticing. And so also notice for yourself, listen to your body. Like if your knee is always hurting or your foot, there is something that you are doing that is pissing your knee or foot off. What is that? Get curious. Take an inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, flat back, inhale. High plank on your exhale. Take an inhale at the top of your push-up. On your exhale, bend your elbows, lower all the way down to your mat. Untuck your toes, engage your quads, lift your kneecaps, place your fingertips off of your mat. Inhale, rise into finger stand cobra. Exhale, fold. Two more like that. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Tuck your toes, plant your hands underneath your shoulders, engage your quads. So like a plank, like a board, press up to high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. From down dog, inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Flex your toes so that you can ensure they're pointing down. There is nothing wrong with stacking your hips. We're going to do that in class today. I want this to be about body awareness. So knowing what square hips feels like. And the longer you hold it, the more you will start to notice what muscles you are working in order to get into this posture and hold this posture. Take an inhale. Exhale, step your right foot to your right hand. Setting up for warrior one, back heel down to about a 45-degree angle. Feel into all four corners of both feet. On an inhale, rise up. So warrior one, you can have both arms straight up. If you'd like to bring hands to prayer and look up to your hands, you're welcome to. That's more of a Ashtanga variation. Take it or leave it. Some days I love it and some days not so much. You know, some days I love to conform and follow exactly what the teacher is saying, and other times almost the opposite. Take an inhale. Exhale, release, clench your hands, step back, low push-up, chaturanga, bent elbows. You can lower to the earth for another cobra or roll over your toes for up dog. Take an inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. From down dog, inhale, lift your left leg to the sky, hold it here. Flex your left toes, look at them to make sure your toes are facing down and your hips are square. Not because stacking is bad, but so that you know what square hips feels like. So you build that body awareness. Take an inhale. On your exhale, step your left foot to your left hand. For warrior one, back heel down to about a 45-degree angle. Press into all four corners of both feet. On an inhale, rise up. Same arm variation as you took on the other side. You are wanting to spiral your hip towards your inner left thigh. Or another way to cue that might be your inner right thigh is lifting up to the sky, which has the effect of squaring your hips. Take an inhale. Exhale, release. Chaturanga, low push-up. Cobra or up dog. Inhale. Down dog. Exhale. We're going to do all of that with one breath per movement, pausing after both sides in down dog for a few breaths. If you want to play, or I mean, you can skip it and take something restorative. If you want to play, you can bring handstands and switch splits and all that into it. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, make your way to the top of your mat. Halfway lift as you arrive. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, bend your knees, drop your hips, one breath. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Cobra, up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot to your right hand. Warrior one, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Cobra, up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Lift your left leg to the sky, inhale. Left foot to left hand, exhale. Warrior one, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Cobra, up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. You've got a few breaths here. Make sound if you'd like. I'm going to offer a lion's breath. Full deep inhale. Exhale, stick out your tongue, cross your eyes. One more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, make your way to the top of your mat. Halfway lift as you arrive. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, step or hop back. I hopped back last time, I'm stepping back this time. Cobra, up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot to your right hand. Warrior one, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Cobra, up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Inhale, lift your left leg to the sky. Exhale, step your left foot to your left hand. Warrior one, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Cobra, up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Same option if you want a thigh or lip putter. From down dog, inhale, look forward. Exhale, make your way to the top of your mat. Halfway lift as you arrive. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Cobra, up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. One more like that. Inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot to your right hand. Warrior one, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Cobra, up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Inhale, lift your left leg to the sky. Exhale, step your left foot to your left hand. Warrior one, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Cobra, up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Couple of breaths here. From down dog, inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot to your right hand. Set your base for high lunge, so your back heel is stacked over top of your toes. Inhale, rise. There's so many options for your lunge. You can press your heel back to get more of a calf stretch. You can hover your left knee to get more fire. You can straighten your left leg to stretch out the front of your left hip, your psoas. The most important piece of all of this, though, is your breath. Yoga is moving meditation. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, bend your left knee to hover off of the earth while you cactus your arms. Inhale, reach, stretch up. Exhale, bend and hover. Inhale, reach and stretch. Exhale, bend and hover. Inhale, reach and stretch. This time, bring your back knee all the way down, right hand to right thigh, bending your left leg, left hand reaches for your left foot. If you can't reach, grab a towel, a shirt, a strap, and you can wrap it around so you can work in this quad stretch. This quad stretch can also be done lying down. Ooh, good thing I've got a wall so I don't fall over, or standing up. And so what you want to do eventually, I'm a bit tighter, it's not there today, but pull your left shoulder forward so your shoulders are square. Like I said for myself today, like you might not get there, but that's the action forward while you pull your left heel in towards your left sit bone. You can also pull your left sit bone back, or actually both hips back. If you want to lift up your right leg or your right arm into the sky, you can, or reach it for your back ankle or behind your head. Release your back toes, tuck them under. Hands to your hips, high lunge, lift up your back knee. You're going to press off your back toes, stack your left ankle over top of your right quad, standing figure four, standing pigeon. My hips are tighter, so I'm not going to go deep into this. I'm just going to stay as I am. But if you want to twist, work into dragonfly, ekapada galavasana, a forward fold, you're welcome to. And also, this is balancing and strengthening and stretching all at the same time. If you prefer more stretch, you can sit down. So your legs do exactly the same thing. You're just sitting on your sit bones, working more into the hip stretch if that's what you prefer. You're going to press up, left knee to center, take an inhale. Exhale, left foot to your mat, hands to your sides, Tadasana mountain pose. You may choose to stay here. Make that choice from a vulnerable, open place, letting go of expectations of your practice. If you want to move, inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold to your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. We're going to do a crow pose. I'll do it facing you. You can do it on your mat. Bring your feet to touch. Plant your hands shoulder distance. Lift up your heels. Bend your knees, and your shins are going to cross over your triceps. And if this is scary and you've never done it, place blocks or something, a little coffee table, pillows in front of your head to balance on as you start leaning weight into your hands and lifting your feet up. Now, if you still can't get into it and you want to figure out how, send me a message, because this stuff is super fun. And once you get into it, like the excitement that comes from it is fantastic. Okay, we'll meet in down dog, whether you hop back, flop back, find a malasana squat pose for a few beats, whether you want a vinyasa, you choose. One of the things I like about vinyasa practice is every time we make our way back to down dog, there's a bit of time to tune in, to listen, to ask what you need from your practice. Inhale, lift your left leg to the sky from down dog. Exhale, step your left foot to your left hand. Set up for high lunge. Back heel stacked over your back toes. Inhale to rise. And then you take the same variation you did on the other side. I don't know if you can hear, they're grinding up trees outside. It's a practice of centering despite what's going on outside. Take an inhale. On your exhale, bend your right knee to hover off of the earth while you practice your arm. Inhale, reach and stretch up. 2 more times like that, bend and hover. Inhale, reach and stretch. Exhale, bend and hover. Inhale, reach and stretch. This time, back knee comes all the way down, left hand to left thigh, bending your back leg, right hand reaches for your right foot, and you pull your right foot in to your right sit bone. You know, there's this analogy of, you know, if there's a storm above on top of the ocean, you know, you're in it and you're swirling and the thoughts are all over the place and life and chaos. But if you imagine sinking deep, deep, deep below into the ocean, there can be a storm above and we've got no idea. We are just steady and calm deep down below. You can lift your left arm up or bring it wherever else you did. And so that's what we can do with our breath. We can sink below the external noise. Release your back toes, tuck them under, hands to your hips. Lift your back knee so you're in high lunge. Press off your right toes. Stack your right ankle over top of your left thigh. And start sinking into your standing hip stretch, standing figure four. Or whatever other you took. Rise up, right knee to center, take an inhale. Exhale, right foot releases, hands to your side, same option. Maybe you stay. Maybe that's what you need. Maybe what you need to move, in which case, inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold to your mat. Halfway lift, flat back, inhale. Plant your hands, high plank on your exhale. We're going to do some scapular push-ups. So your hips don't move much, your elbows don't bend. It's just your chest that moves. So on your inhale, round your upper back, like you're making a mountain between your shoulder blades. And on your exhale, make a valley between your shoulder blades, melt your heart. Inhale, press up. Exhale, melt. Inhale, press and rise. Exhale, melt. Press and rise last time. One more inhale. On your exhale, chaturanga, bend your elbows. Cobra up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. From down dog, inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot to your right hand. You can take a warrior one. I'm going to offer a high lunge because we're going to be twisting. But if you love twisting from warrior one, bring it in. Otherwise, high lunge, back heel stacked over toes. Inhale to rise. Take a few breaths to settle into this posture. And then take an inhale, center. On your exhale, twist right, reaching your arms wide. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Two more like that. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. This time, twist and hold. Keep your steady breath. Keeping your lunge, keeping your torso twisting. Bring your hands to prayer in front of your chest. Take an inhale. And on your exhale, bring your left elbow outside your right quad, a leverage twist here. You're welcome to take options, whether you bring your back knee down, spread wings, bind, take arm balances. Full cycle of breath, inhale. Stay, exhale. On your inhale, unwind, plant your hands, knee to nose. So all you do is lift your right heel to your right sit bone, and you're gonna dome and round your upper back like we did in those scapular push-ups. Hold it, shoulders over wrist. Three-legged dog, right leg back and up. Stack your right hip on your left, open it up here, and find some novel movement, as one of my yogis suggested. for it sometime. What would feel good? You can flip it, you can play with it. We'll meet in downward facing dog. I'll lead a vinyasa and take it. Inhale, forward high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Cobra up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Inhale, lift your left leg to the sky. Exhale, step your left foot to your left hand. If you took warrior one on the other side, take warrior one here. Otherwise, high lunge, back heel, over top of your toes. Inhale to rise. Couple breaths to find steady here in your breath, in your balance. Then take an inhale. Exhale, twist left, reach arms wide. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Two more. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. This time, twist and hold. Keep your breath steady. Keeping your lunge and your torso twisting left, bring your hands to prayer in front of your torso, and then bring your right elbow outside your left quad, your leverage twist. Working to match the same variation you took on the other side so that, your stronger or more flexible side does not become increasingly so while the other side becomes less so. Full cycle of breath. Take an inhale. Stay, exhale. On your inhale, unwind, plant your hands, knee to nose, left heel to left sit bone. Hold it here. Try to maintain that steady breath here too. Three-legged dog, left leg backing up. Stack your hips, bring in your own bodily expression, whatever that looks like. Bringing the theme from the beginning of class back in, like letting your nose be snotty, letting yourself jump up and down or dance or lie down and laugh or cry if that's what you want. We'll meet in down dog. I will lead a vinyasa, take it or leave it. Inhale, forward high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Cobra up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. From down dog, inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot to your right hand. Warrior one, back heel down to about a 45-degree angle. Inhale to rise. We're going to move right into warrior three. So take an inhale here and your own arm variation. On your exhale, lift up your back heel. Bring your left leg parallel to your mat. I'm going to take Dekasana with my arms out behind me, but you're welcome to have your arms extended in front of you, hands in prayer in front of your chest, hands clasped at your low back. Take an inhale. Exhale, standing split. Bow your chest down while your left leg lifts. So option one, you can stay here. Option two, if you want to play with handstand, if you don't know how, send me a message and we will work on it together. You can play with some hops up. We'll meet in down dog. However you make your way there, you can step back, float back. From down dog, inhale, lift your left leg to the sky. Exhale, step your left foot to your left hand. Warrior one, set your base, hips facing forward. Inhale to rise. Just a couple breaths here. So settle into posture and into breath. Take an inhale in your warrior one. Exhale, warrior three. Lift your back heel. Right thigh lifts parallel to your mat. Torso is also working towards parallel to your variation. Match what you did on the other side. Take an inhale here. Standing splits on your exhale, bow your chest down, lift your right leg higher. I like to bring my left hand behind my left calf to get me a little bit deeper, but you can have both hands on the earth. You can have both hands wrapped behind your left ankle. You can stay here. You can also play with your handstands or anything else, right? It's all optional. Yoga is not really about the postures. It's about the meditative piece. Centuries ago, it was all about the asana was preparing people for meditation. That was the purpose, not to get a workout in. We'll meet in down dog. From down dog, inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands. Spin your back heel down, parallel to the short edge of your mat for warrior two. Inhale to rise. So as much as your flexibility and strength allows, right thigh parallel to your mat, right knee tracking over your second toe, arms parallel to the earth, looking over your right shoulder or right hand, right shoulder and right hand. The reason I stuck with yoga, the reason I loved yoga, I didn't realize it at first until I did my first yoga teacher training, was that it was the meditative piece of yoga that kept me coming back. You're going to straighten your right leg just enough to get into half moon pose. So you're going to press off your back leg, find balance. I'm actually going to step my right foot back a bit. So I green. Press off your back foot, flex your left foot. The second it leaves the earth, your left foot is flexed, your quads are engaged. I like this variation because it works on balance, and balance as we get older is very good for us. Slowly start to lower your right hand towards the earth. It may reach the earth or a block. It may float the whole time. You can keep your left hand on your hip. Reach your left arm up. If you like Shavasana, go for it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, tune it out. Breath. One breath in exalted warrior two. Step your left foot all the way to the back of your mat. Left arm to left thigh, right arm into the sky. Take an inhale. On your exhale, oh, that feels so good. Windmill your hands to the earth. If you want Kundanyasana B, you're welcome to go for it. Otherwise, you windmill your hands to the earth, take a vinyasa. You could also take anything else if you're working on handstands or need to just chill out for a beat. You take child's pose, you play with handstands. It's that time between vinyasas, it's all yours. I mean, all of it's all yours. We just have to remember that and find the people to remind us of that. From down dog, inhale, lift your left leg to the sky. Exhale, step your left foot between your hands. Spin your back heel down, parallel to the short edge of your mat. Inhale to rise. When we build communities of people, warrior two, by the way, before I keep yammering on, when we build communities where we can show up, where we can be authentic, where we can share ourselves in an honest way, it allows others to do the same. It's not easy, it takes risk, it takes vulnerability. But in my experience, when I can do that, I feel more open, more connected, more free. We're going to work into half moon pose. So press off your back foot. The moment your right foot leaves the earth, it's engaged, quads, right foot flexed. And you slowly start lowering your left hand towards the earth. Maybe it touches, maybe it doesn't. Choose your variations, knowing that the most important piece of whatever your body looks like is your breath. One breath in exalted warrior two. Right foot steps all the way back. Right hand lightly touches right leg. Left arm into the sky. Find something juicy and great here. Inhaling. Exhale, windmill your hands to the earth. Your call, vinyasa, kundanyasana. Laugh, dance. Go for a little jog around the room. We'll meet in down dog. From down dog, inhale forward to high plank. Take an inhale here, stay longer if you still have fire and energy and time. Exhale, lower all the way down to your mat and roll over onto your back. We are simply going to take one back bend. If you've got wheel in your house, you can bring it. I will just lead a bridge. Feet are hip distance, parallel. You can touch your heels with your fingertips, press into your feet, lift your hips up. You can roll your shoulders underneath you and clasp your hands if that feels good. Your inner thighs are spiraling down. Take an inhale here. Exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Extend your left leg long on the earth. Hug your right knee into your chest. Shift your hips a little over to the right. Bring your knee over to the left for a spinal twist. Reach your right arm out. Look over your right shoulder. It never fails to surprise me how much tighter I am in the morning and in the afternoon. You know, I can barely get into this twist here, and in the afternoon, I'd be so much deeper. And so these observations are done, you know, often we do judge. We're humans, we judge. We need the capacity to judge if an apple is rotten or edible, for example. When you're done on this side, switch sides. But these things are meant to be observations, things to notice. Right leg long on the earth, hug your left knee in, hips over to the left a bit, knee over to the right. You know, not things that are better or worse. When you are complete, release, come back to center. You can take a brief happy baby or hug your knees into your chest just to neutralize. Reach your arms and legs above you, shake it out. Any last energy, shake it out. Maybe it's more intense or less intense, depending on how much energy you have. Take an inhale. And on your exhale, release into Shavasana. Lay your entire body on the earth. Let your feet flop out. Palms are face up. Take a full deep inhale. And on your exhale, sigh, let it go. Begin this process of releasing your physical effort, releasing your conscious breath, feeling the earth holding you up. So that you can release and let go. As my workshop started to morph into something more than yoga poses, I began to feel like I was falling in love with everyone in the room who allowed themselves to be vulnerable. And it dawned on me that the part of them I was smitten with was the side they probably tried to hide, just as I had done with my own vulnerability or perceived weaknesses. It wasn't people being strong or snarky or guarded who made me want to know them more, who made me want to wrap my arms around them. It was the ones who had snot dripping from their nose, who whispered, "I am afraid," who admitted they had no idea what they were doing. It was the ones who let themselves be silly and sing out loud, the ones who told the truth, the ones who shared their stories wholeheartedly. It was when they started to take off their armor and soften that I felt that surge of love. The same one I feel now when my son says "Mummy," or when he wakes with his hair sticking straight up. It was the feeling I got when someone was utterly themselves without any self-consciousness, when they allowed themselves to be seen. What is more desirable than that? If you need or have time and want to stay in a longer Shavasana, please stay. If you are ready, or it is time to start coming back, begin to deepen your breath. Bring some movement into your body to wake it up. You can roll onto one side into fetal position for a few breaths if that feels good. And then as you're ready, press to seated with your hands comfortably placed in your lap and your eyes closed. Bring your hands to prayer. Take a moment, a beat to feel, to notice, to be. Thank you for sharing practice, for creating community. I hope you have some beautiful moments today. Namaste. Thanks, everybody. If you're looking to catch me on Instagram, I am at deb.cehak, so at deb.cehak, and my email address is debcehak@gmail.com, so debcehak@gmail.com. So reach out if you've got questions or want more videos or just to connect and chat. I'd love to. Have a great one. Bye.